Christina, you are a psychologist in training. You teach sexuality, you teach sexual education, you teach sex and aging. Mm-hmm. Now they say that you and your generation and me and my generation are for the first time having something in common, and that means that we are the prime participants in the sex recession that is happening in America at this point. Right. People above 60 and people in their 20s.
Right.
So how is it that we are having this in common? I understand why people my age may not, but why about your people?
Yeah, so quick, that might be a measurement issue. We have to look more at the data, right, about how they're measuring sex. But I think a large part of the reason why we're seeing this play out in my age group is a few reasons. Number one, so much of our lives, our erotic, our sexual, our psychological and social lives happen less than a foot in front of our face. In fact, so much so that I know just anecdotally, and I'm sure that there's a catalog of literature to support this, that more and more younger adults continue to opt out of getting their driver's licenses because they don't feel it's necessary to do things beyond what's available online. I think that's a part of it. I think another part of it, particularly in the perspective of young men and perhaps young women, is the dance. This idea of how do I approach young women? How do I approach a prospective mate? Part of that is perhaps a lack of social graces, but I do think we live in a very interesting time post-Me Too, where men feel uncertain about how to move. They don't know what to say or how to say it, what the right or wrong thing is to say. And I think it's sort of muddled the field for all participants involved.
Tell me.
Yeah.
What do you tell your friends?
I tell them
3 things that they need to do.
The 3 things that they need to do is put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Nay, just destroy it. I love when my phone dies. Put your phone down. Start moving and move often. It's good for your physical body. It's good for your sexual body. It's good for your brain. And number 3, really have the courage to approach someone. And the way that you can do that is practice with a friend. I think so often I hear young men and young women feeling reluctant and scared and uncertain and tentative about how to approach someone. Totally normal. We're social creatures. We don't like to be judged.
Practice on me.
So practice. Practice. Hey, Esther, you look beautiful today. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right. And how are you?
I'm doing well. I wanted to let you know, I noticed that you were reading this book. I read that too. What are you enjoying about it so far? Simple things, right? Start with common humanity. The person across from you is a person. That's great. Start there. And when you approach it from a place of common humanity rather than sex and eroticism and mystery.
And scoring.
Yes, and scoring and performance. Approach it from process rather than performance. Focus on the actual exchange rather than the outcome, whether that's an interpersonal conversation, whether that's sex, whether that's work. When you focus on the process rather than the outcome, anxiety melts away.
Perfectly good advice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.